pretty damn obvious they're not. Now this road is maybe 10 yards wide, with only a few feet of bushes and stuff before it gets into really dense woods. Instantly I grab knife from belt sheath. I just look at them for what seems like hours. They don't move at all. Look back to the 10 in front of my headlights. Nope. They've all started crawling to me on all fours, imagine like a crocodile but more violent. Closing in and about 50 yards away I can hear them hissing. Run to the back of my truck and hop in the bed. Frantically search for pistol. Find Glock in my jacket holster. Hop out and look at the creepy crawlers. They've stopped and are back on two legs. Honestly like 20 yards away now. Shout back the fuck away, I have a weapon. No reply. The people in the woods are still just staring. Fire a warning shot into the air. Not a single one flinches, they don't even to notice that I fired. Immediately all of their heads snap into the direction the crawling 10 are standing. I look too. Their eyes are red and glowing. Not really bright, more of like a dim brake light. They start hissing again, except they're still just standing there. Quickly fire another shot, but right at them. Again no flinching. Start to say prayers because I'm sure they're going to kill me soon. Whole crowd around me joins the hissing. The sound was unbelievable, it was like bacon frying, the sizzling is what I'm referencing. After about 30 seconds of the hissing it all stops. The headlights going at this point as I knew I didn't have the ammo or the accuracy to take out everyone around me. I couldn't see anything anymore. Could hear the footsteps coming near me at a slow pace. Their eyes were still illuminated. At 10 yards away the movement stops and no footsteps are heard. Eyes are still there, just watching me. In the darkness the eyes get closer together and fuse into this ball of light. The ball splits apart into two eyes. The eyes are about 7 feet above the ground and maybe 10 yards from where I was standing. Later when I was remembering this account I thought they had formed into some pseudo-demon/Satan. An extremely faint yellow glare shined up whatever it was. To the best of my knowledge, it was a humanoid shape, but a head of what I thought was a goat because of the visible horns the light shined off of. Whatever it was opened its jaw and let out a scream I don't think anything from this world could produce. The sound was a scream of multiple women but extremely high-pitched. Suddenly the creature bolted into the woods. Look behind me to see the tow truck approaching. He finally drives up. I tell him the entire ordeal and even he seems a little spooked. Never had a dashcam and still don't, but I'm sure that is something that would freak everyone the fuck out. For this story, I had been at the beach in Miami for the summer so I ended up letting the sun make me look like I arrived to the States on a floating door. Cousin is nearing due date. No familial support because military. Drive to Fort Bragg in North Carolina to help her. Her husband and I agree that she needs some female help. We're driving through Georgia to get to Tallahassee to pick up Aunt. Miss Exit. Get lost. This is in the days where we couldn't get directions off our phones. Stop at gas station in middle of nowhere. Husband goes inside to get directions. Husband goes as black. First mistake. Stereotypical redneck tells us to just head straight down that road and we'll hit the road. He didn't seem right, but what's the worst that could happen? Second mistake. Driving for a while. Road turns to dirt. Trees get so thick that you couldn't slip through them if you tried. Pass through some kind of gate that has a worn sign that reads Sheriff Prohibited Entry. Road gets too tight to make a U-turn. I got a bad feeling Scoob.jpg. Stop before road makes a tight curve. Children playing sign with buckshot holes in them. Guardrail with buckshot in it. Tree with buckshot in it. Lower window. Hear hooting and hollering coming from down the road. Hear tires screech just beyond curve. Husband moves car forward and we see the edge of a truck blocking the road. Husband starts panicking. He doesn't know what to do. Yell at him, "You're the one who fucking has military training. No room to turn around. Fuck this.exe. Hop seats because we're not fucking getting out." Pop the car into reverse. Speeding out backwards, occasionally slipping off-road. See a side road. Back into it so I can get the car right way forward. There's a truck speeding towards us from that road, a truck full of people. Husband swears he sees 10 with shotguns. Get tire caught off-road. Struggling to get back on road. Hear a shot fired. Finally get back on the road. Drive like the devil was behind me, no looking back. Finally make it to the highway. Find the next black person at the next exit to ask directions. He asks, "You didn't stop at that gas station down by blah blah, did you?" "Yes we did." "Yeah, they don't like ethnic folk very much." I later looked up the road on Google Maps to find that it was a dead end. Okay, so I have another story that is similar to some of the ones posted here as well. All these are reminding me of what's happened on the road. B19. In Florida again. I was supposed to get to some place in Miami but got lost on the way. Fucking MapQuest. I'm on a back road that should get me back onto a road which should get me to where I'm going. I see a Corvette up ahead. Corvette plus gravel road equals no. I turn on my spotlight. I have an ex-police Caprice, so it came with it, really handy to have. I stop a distance away and scan the area with the spotlight. I don't see anybody. I don't like the looks of this. I floor it and pass by the Corvette. Nobody there. Keep going. I see a truck behind me. There's more than enough room for 2 cars, so I move over to the right. The truck gets alongside me. All these dudes in KKK cloaks. It's kinda weird, but I don't want any trouble, so I don't look twice. Truck swerves towards me. I look over at them and give them the finger. They start hooping. I roll down my window. "I'm not black if you're wondering. Can I help you?" They swerve towards me again. Fucking cunts. I pick up the pace. TFW, big V8 motor doesn't do shit. They throw something at me. I keep going. Now is when I notice that there's a single car bridge ahead. They're lined up to it. I'm gonna go into the water. Brake hard. Truck flies by. Come within feet of falling in the water. MFW, they were trying to make me fall into the water. MFW, if I fell into the water I would have been murdered. Scary shit out in the back road of Florida. I don't like it, but yet I keep wanting to drive down every dark path I see in the woods. I'm sure I'm gonna get killed one day by. About 5 years ago. Driving home from girl I'm trying to bang's house. Dark country roads, coming up on the city edge, the intersection illuminated by a gas station and a red light. Stop behind a pickup truck. Corner of my eye I see a figure on the right side running toward the street. I lock onto it. It is about 3 feet tall, pointed head, pointed hands and pointed feet. It is in full sprint, but it's floating across the road, no bobbing as you would expect with its running movement. As it gets to the other side, it lifts off the ground and disappears against the black background once it gets out of the gas station's light. I noticed the light is green, the truck in front of me isn't moving. I can see the guy's head turned towards where it went. He saw it too. Driving around at night in the countryside, especially up on the moors, in North Yorkshire is eerie as fuck. I've seen all sorts of shit over the years. Here's another one. Be about 18. Friends and I decide it'd be fun to go up onto the moors for some late night driving fun. All of us are overly confident young dicks. It's 2 a.m. and nobody is anywhere to be seen for miles. Me and a friend called Mikey are racing each other along near Gothland, and all of a sudden, he slams on his brakes, and swerves off of the road in front of me. Crashes his car into a ditch. I panic, get out of my car, wave my arms in the air indicating the other guys to stop. Open his door. His hands are in a vice grip around the steering wheel, and he looks white as a fucking sheet. Mike has ran his car into multiple ditches before in the past, and got into a few crashes. Shit like this barely bothers him usually. What the fuck are you playing at? I almost hit your back end, you fucking idiot. He mutters out in between sobs, look at the middle of the fucking road as you go into the corner, that is why I swerved. Fuck all there. At this point everyone has stopped, confused. Send like 5 people off looking around for anything abnormal where he crashed. Nothing at all out of the ordinary. Pull his car out of the ditch. A friend of mine drives him home because he's too shaken up and refuses to drive. Ask him the next day what he saw. Claims he saw a crashed, or as he put it, smashed to fuck, motorcycle in the middle of the road with someone laying motionless, and face down next to it. He refused to go driving with us up there ever again, and even now he doesn't like being there. Okay mate, here goes another one. Backstory, I'm in Cuba visiting my grandfather who is a well-known man. I'll go as far as saying he's a close personal friend of Fidel Castro, and he can get modern vehicles there. He has a BMW 3 Series there. I have no clue how he was able to purchase it and get it there. Anyways, my brother who lives there is like the opposite, poorish neighborhood, small house, etc. Driving back to my grandfather's house, I have to take these side streets surrounded by trees in order to get to the highway on ramp. I have the window down. I'm playing Stevie Nicks, Edge of 17, and I'm singing along. I hear an inhuman voice say, "Just like the white-winged dove," from the trees. It's like a cat or dog tried to say it. I turn my head to the trees. Something is staring back at me. It's about my height standing. It's got these weird glowing eyes. It repeats that part of the song, louder now. Fuck it, nope, out of there with German power. I have no clue what it was to this day. A shorter story, but still really weird. I can't say what I think it is, cause there's nothing out there that can fit what I saw. Got another WA driving story. Friend wrote letters to his abusive father and Boric XGF. Instead of burning them like therapist suggests, he decides to message in a bottle his emotional baggage. Invites me and other bro along for road trip fun, going down to the point where Mika first saw Whitey. Drive there is fine, like an Oscar bait indie flick. Ride back gets dark quickly, chalk it up to big storm blowing in, honestly can't